What's up, y'all? This is the 5th episode of the Road to a 350 Bench. And today I want to do things a little differently. I want to actually walk y'all through the workout you're going to see here. Now, not every set is recorded, but every exercise is. And we started off with my heavy bench. This is my primary bench day. So just starting off with the top single of 315. Shout out that Jack motherfucker giving me a spot. And now this is the back off set of 265. for 5 reps. My goal is to get to 6 before I start upping the weight again on these. Get 6 for a few sessions, and then I'll increase by 5 pounds. But yeah, I've been stuck at 4 and 5 for a little while. So today felt a little better because I've been dealing with that shoulder tweak. I was able to get 5, so pretty happy with that. And then move on to some incline hammer curls. Now, I talked about these in another video. Since I started implementing these before I hit my JM press, JM press has just felt a lot better on my elbows and my tendons and joints in that area. So I've just continued to do that, trying to push progression on these and just go to or beyond failure. Make sure that the elbows are really nice and warm and pumped up before I start doing JM press. But these have been really good, so they've definitely become a staple in my training. And then you'll see moving on here to some JM press at 235. I think I hit 7 reps here. This exercise has been feeling really nice, like I said, after getting the elbows all lubed up with the hammer curls. So before, it would just be very inconsistent. Some days I would feel good on this exercise. Some days I would feel terrible. But since doing that incline hammer curl work, it's been smooth sailing since. So don't always be apprehensive to exercises that may not feel the most comfortable. If it's an exercise that you think can be beneficial to your goals, try to look into ways that you can implement them in a pain-free manner, whether that's warming up a certain way, whether that's doing a certain exercise before that helps prime that area for that movement. So don't be so quick to just write an exercise off. Here you see us moving on to some Smith machine lunges. I've been doing these for several months now, and they feel really good on the glutes and on the quads. But man, they are freaking taxing. I would say more taxing than walking lunges. Probably just mainly because of the amount of load. I think this is like, 255 or 260, something like that. It's definitely over 240. And, the set's all smooth sailing until you finish up one leg, and then you come to the realization that you still have your other leg to go. Yeah, but these can be very humbling. I started off with pretty lightweight when I first implemented these, and thankfully they've been going up pretty smooth. Now you'll see next we're moving on to some chest-supported dumbbell rows. I recently started implementing these into my primary bench day, my first day of the week, just to get some extra upper back work in. It's all feeding towards that goal of getting my bench up. Having a jacked upper back is just going to feed more into my bench going up. So like I said before, respect your goals, man. Build your workout days around what your goals are, and all your movements should just be feeding towards that. Obviously, you can have some fun here and there, throw in some other things, but mainly your exercises should all be feeding towards what your goals are. And then wrapping up the workout with some leg extensions. You could see I am just suffering by the end of this set. I wanted to use the leg extension machine that was next to me that you see this guy in the background in, because you could get more range of motion on that one. As you can see, on this one, you kind of just come to a dead stop when your knees come back down. But still, I was able to get in some good sets here. Just an AMRAP, 2 AMRAPs. Went to failure, maybe a little bit beyond on the last rep. And it was just a really good way to close out the workout. Just some extra hypertrophy quad work. That's not too taxing on the rest of the body. But yeah, that's pretty much a wrap for this workout. So I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.